Welcome to Main Street Minds with your host, Amish Munshi. This is where industry leaders and seasoned pros share their secrets to success beyond limits. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to Main Street Minds. Today I'm very excited to have Sarah over here with us and from one of my most favorite places in Reno. I've been there multiple times and it's closer to home and it's a perfect place for me to go. I used to keep thinking it's a great place to go and vacation, but there is so much more. There's complete new economy over there. There is so much medicine. There is so much good health related things happening. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to learning everything more that Sarah has to offer, and she has some very big achievements coming up as well. So, really excited to have Sarah with us and looking forward to learning more. So, Sarah, tell us all your secrets.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. My name is Sarah Scattini, and I am a Reno native. I was born and raised in Reno, Nevada, and I have been in real estate for about 20 years now. I got my license when I was young. I graduated from college from the University of Nevada, Reno, so UNR. And then I was working with I was assisting a couple top agents in the industry, and they're still around today. And they both pushed me. They said I needed a little break after I graduated because I just was grinding so hard that I needed a little break after I got done with college after I graduated. And then so they gave me a 6-month break, and then they said, you know what, you need to get your license. You need to go and get licensed. So I jumped right back into real estate school and got into took the test and got into real estate 20 years ago. So and have worked my way up and seen through some tough markets. I had one good year, and then the market kind of tanked and we went into a recession.
Yeah.
And it's in 06, 07, 08, 9, 10, 11, 12, it was I grew up in short sales and foreclosures, so I grew up in that tougher market. And when the market finally started to shift, I was just like, wow, well, this is good. I'm
Yeah.
making some money now, and I'm about to step into the role of presidency for our state association. So for Nevada Realtors, I'm going to be our 2026 state president. And that is
Congratulations.
really cool because we haven't
That's a
had a
very
lady
big achievement.
president since
Yeah.
it's been 10 years since we've had a ladies president in our association. So I'm really looking forward to stepping into that role and helping to lead and inspire and watch others, kind of help lift up others up and watch them grow in their journeys. So and all while still helping buyers and sellers and investors and people that are wanting to do real estate in Reno.
That's amazing. And Nevada is such a big state with just so much diversity, right? There is very big open areas and then on one side, and then there's almost skyscrapers on the other side, along with snow, along with desert, along with mountains, along with
Yes.
rivers and lakes, and it's just so diverse. How being as a president, how do you manage something like this?
We truly are the biggest little city in the world. As you know, that's Reno's slogan is the biggest little city in the world. And we're about half the size of Vegas. And
Yeah.
but we have the same things as Vegas, and not, we don't have the growth. I mean, like, we're growing like
Yeah.
Vegas, but we're much on a smaller scale. But our median sales price is about $40 to $50,000 higher than Las Vegas. And so it definitely, takes into consideration experience and being around, and it's very helpful for me because I was born and raised here, so I know this town like the back of my hand. And when you're thinking Reno real estate, I'm hoping you're thinking me. I've
Yeah.
helped hundreds of clients buy and sell.
Yeah, and through the 20 years, like how are you able to like manage kind of growing your own business and at the same time like working with clients and like tell us more about like how do you achieve such high level of success?
I work really hard on building relationships. It's a relationship based business for me. And I absolutely stay on top of my people. Like I
Mhm,
send them, I have my sphere of influence. And so um, I am constantly touching them with like it's like they get something from me about every other month,
mhm,
and then of course with marketing my listings and my sales and whatnot. So um you definitely, I stay on top of my sphere and I work really hard to build those relationships. So again, that when you're thinking real estate, whatever it may be, if you need a roofer, a painter, a handyman, electrician, a plumber, whatever. I've built those relationships with my people so that I can help facilitate if they, hey, do you have a roofer? Yes, I do. And I
yeah.
help them. So when they're thinking anything real estate related, they're thinking me. And I work really hard on building those relationships, and really 90% of my business comes from past clients and referrals.
Yeah, that is amazing. I think that's the biggest achievement of success, where the clients are going back and like referring business to you. So going back a little bit, on the like most realtors on the first year, if they do one deal, that's like I would call that a success. Like being able to like get the client, do the do everything that's needed, and actually closing. How did you manage to do 12 deals on the first year?
Oh, and actually I did 14
Oh,
deals
sorry,
on my first
14.
year,
More
and
than one a month.
that's okay. But like, and I really, and at that time, I mean, I was just getting in, so I was just like, and the agents that I was assisting at that time, I was watching how they were doing their business,
Mm-hmm.
and they did good business, but they also were not building those relationships. And so I wanted to be like, how can I be different? Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to do what you do, but I want to be different. And so mine was absolutely, I was like, well, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to build those relationships. And when you're thinking real estate, you're going to come back to me. And I've done over the years, over 20 years, I have done multiple deals with my multiple, past
Yeah.
clients and friends and family. And so, and have gotten referrals. So worked hard and just trying to set up my processes. And
Mm-hmm.
then once I was in and comfortable with, you know, what was going on in the market at that time, I just kind of tried to stick to that and then grow it and, make the changes and shift as needed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but really it's about making the constant contact with my sphere. I take care of my people.
Sweet. Perfect. That is amazing. I think that's the secret, right? Like take care of clients and like ensure like they are being treated well, and everything happens from there. So tell us a little bit about what are you seeing in the market right now? Like, are you seeing more buyers, more sellers? What is happening in the market?
Right now, I'm seeing more. So there's more listings that are sitting on the market
Mm-hmm.
currently. Typically in our market, after school goes back in, so like September, kind of the end of August, September kind of slows down a little bit, and then in October we start to see a little bit of a pickup because people want to get in before the holidays or whatnot. And
Yeah.
so we start to see a little bit of a pickup, and with the interest rate slightly moving just a smidge, it did help get those buyers off of the fence. So there's more buyers out there that, if the one good thing about real estate is that it's a constant in any market. And, you know, because people always need a roof over their head. So whether it
Yeah.
be buy, rent, sell, you know, people always need housing. So, you know, it may take a little bit. Houses are sitting a little bit longer right now on the market.
Yeah.
Our average days to contract right now is about 52 days.
Okay.
And so back in, you know, 2020 and 2021, I mean, it was days to contract one,
Yeah.
two. It was homes were flying off the market. People were paying well over, you know,
Yeah.
asking price. They were waiving inspections, waiving appraisals, you know, anything that they could, I mean, giving away their firstborn just to try
Yeah.
and get into a house, right? And so,
Yeah.
um, and so right now in today's market, listings are sitting a little bit longer, but it's all about pricing and you know, marketing and trying to get those homes, you know, because the first
Mhm.
7 days on the market are the most crucial. So you want to make sure that you're priced well, and
Mhm.
you know, you're every seller, there's three things certain in life, right? Every seller, death, taxes, and sellers want too much for their houses. So we
Yeah.
have to make sure that we, you know, educate our sellers on what the market is, and you know, because many of our sellers that are selling today, you know, have had these homes for years and years and years. So they
Yeah.
will get, you know, they're going to make some money on their deal if they sell. And
Yeah.
if those interest rates continue to drop, it like then we could very well go back into the, you know, 2021 market where
Yeah.
it's creating the competition, and buyers are just like, yeah, I can get a great house and a great property, but you know, I'm going to be paying well more than I would have if I just got in like in today's market.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
you know, but homes are sitting a little bit longer right now.
Yeah, yeah, and I think most people don't realize, like in general, like houses appreciate by 5% on an average, like just stereotypical theoretical number, right? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's
Right.
less, but in general,
Yes.
over the long run, real estate only goes up. But if people are scared of paying a 6% interest, but the house appreciated by 5% through that year,
Yeah.
you just lost.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And
Yeah,
so it really also helps when a great lender is able to explain, you know, what that looks like, because some and a lot of first time home buyers don't get this because they're just getting in, and they don't,
yeah,
you know, they're just thinking, oh, we want the
yeah,
best interest rate, and we want this, and we want,
yeah.
you know, and they want all the things. Um, but you know, having a good lender to be able to
Mhm.
explain what that looks like, and you know, get the process going for you, explain what the market is doing,
Yeah,
explain what those interest rates are. And if you get in today, you know, and the good thing is, you know, you can always, you know, as the rates come down, if you get in today, you can always, you know, refi into
yeah.
those lower rates once they hit without, you know, taking too much of a hit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like the rates are just temporary, and even within that, like I'm helping a buyer right now, and like he's not able to qualify for traditionally like based on that, but there are ways to make it work, right? If we get some seller credits, reduce the rate, make it happen, the seller gets the higher selling price, doesn't have to. It's like $5,000-6,000 that
Totally.
completely makes or breaks a difference for the
Makes a
buyer.
deal. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Makes it happen. And that's a definitely something that's very much happening right now, is that
mhm.
sellers are willing to offer closing cost credits or credits for buy down, or what, you know, whatever you need that for, because not
Yeah,
typically the buyers can, you know, afford
yeah.
all of the things on their first, especially on their first purchase.
Yeah, and are you seeing more sellers from 2020 2021, or like people have been there for longer? Like,
It's definitely because the people that got in 20 and 21, 20, you know, 22, they were, you know, they had those killer interest rates. They had
yeah,
the, you know, the three, you know, 3%, 2.5%
yeah,
interest rates. And so they're like, well, we'll just sit right here, and we're sitting pretty right now. So the people that are kind of getting on the market right now, and selling, have been in their houses longer, that need to sell for some reason, for, like maybe they're downsizing, or
Yeah.
maybe they are moving into, you see more multi-generational living
Okay.
going on right now, like where, you inherit your kids a little
Mm-hmm.
longer, or you inherit your parents or your grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
people are kind of moving in together to help save some money as well. So right now, I don't see, there's not too many people in the 2021, 22 era that are selling right now, because they are just
Yeah.
sitting pretty on their interest rates.
Yeah.
But it's the people that have, had their houses in a long, for a long time, um that are looking to, it's like,
Yeah.
I'll cash in
Okay.
now for whatever
Okay.
reason. I just
That's
took a listing yesterday that they've had it since 2000, so they've had the house since 25
yeah,
years. And
almost paid
then
off,
yeah,
hopefully.
and they came in, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and they came in, and they just kind of updated it some and whatnot, and just get it ready, and then they're gonna make money on that house
Yeah. Yeah.
when it
Exactly.
sells.
Yeah. That's a different issue to have, right? What do we do with all that money?
Yes. And then yeah, and then and it's crazy, because yeah, exactly. Do you reinvest it? And then, and they are married, so the nice thing is they won't have to pay capital gains on that income. And so they've got some debts to pay off, and they've kind of need that money to help pay down and pay off some debt that they've
Yeah.
accumulated over the last few years.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. So, tell us more about your role right now. Like, are you doing more buyers, more sellers, or it's almost the same?
I've over the last, I'm gonna say the last quarter,
Mm-hmm.
I help both, of course, buyers and
Okay.
sellers, but over the last quarter, my kind of, I would say my second, and yeah, my second quarter was more buyers, finally just kind of getting off the
Mm-hmm.
fence. And I've had a lot of referrals over the last few months, and so
Mm-hmm.
I got them. I had 11 sales over the last like month and a half. So
Yeah.
I am and most of them have been buyers. I've had a few sellers in there, but majority
Yeah.
on this
Interesting.
route has been
Yeah.
buyers.
That's always good, right? Like all those buyers will convert into sellers someday.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
most people don't realize while buying a house that yeah, most people think they're going to be there forever, but life changes, situation changes. You want a smaller house, you want a bigger house, you want a different house sometimes, just the same size.
totally,
Yeah, and
totally.
yeah, although it's a good thing to go in with that concept that you're going to be there forever, but yeah, it things do happen.
Sure.
Generally grows more faster and better than what we even imagine or plan.
Totally. Absolutely. You could not be more right on that. It absolutely depends on, everybody has changes. And like I said, with more multi-generational
Yeah.
things going on, family situations going on
Mhm.
right now, sometimes we, like you said, we're downsizing, or we're inheriting our parents or grandparents, or children are staying in longer right now, because
Mhm.
right now, it's definitely harder for kids, like getting right at, that are coming out of college, or
Yeah.
whatnot, to be able to buy right now. It's not in their forecast, because they may have student loan debt, or they may
Yeah.
have just debts or whatever. And it they have jobs, and they're in helping the parents, okay, well, you can stay with me, but you're gonna have to pay some rent. you know
Yeah.
and so everybody's situation is different, but yeah, a lot more um people, like kids nowadays, or younger generation, I should say,
Yeah.
are staying. It's the multi-generational, is going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So one of the questions that I always am intrigued about asking is what are some of your hobbies and passions? But for you, I think I have a very different question. What are your hobbies and passions while being able to sell 11 homes in a month?
And like again, I mean, and I think it's just and I've done so much traveling. And being a state president coming in, I do a lot. I travel. I travel to Las Vegas quite often. I'm
Mhm.
traveling to all parts of our state often, just because that's what you do as the president. You have to
Yeah,
be seen and do all the things all the time. And so, but when we are traveling, it never fails. It's amazing. And that because I've worked my sphere and because I've built those relationships and I take care of my people, it just happens to be there. When it slows down just a little bit, God's like, okay, you can go ahead and catch up and we'll give you a moment. And then there are times where it was a little bit slower. Like I'm not gonna lie, my first quarter of this year was a little slow, and
yeah,
because nobody knew what was going on with interest rates, and like they weren't moving. We had no drops, nothing, and it was a little bit slower. There was buyers that were coming out of the holiday season that were like, okay, well, we'll just hang tight for a second. And you know so it was a little tough, but I keep my faith, and I pray all the time, and I just
yeah,
know that God will provide, and he does for
yeah. And
me.
that is amazing. And like, do you have a team with you, like, or you'll be able to do all this by yourself?
I have a marketing person
Okay,
and I have a TC,
okay,
and so a transaction coordinator.
yeah,
So, that they definitely help me when I am out and about. And then I have people in my office. I used to have a team.
okay,
My ex-husband and we were a team at a different company, and we had the team. We had 6 people on our team, and we were
hmm,
just jamming and doing all the things. But
wow,
then I
yeah,
realized I realized that after in 2021 that like I no people don't grind like I grind,
yeah,
and work like I work. And so it was really hard for me to just keep trying to carry everyone. And so I was like, forget this. After 21, I just went back out on my own, and I just put my people that I needed in place, like my marketing person and my TC, and then I have people in my office. My broker is amazing, and he helps me a lot when if I'm out of the minute you go out of town is when everything starts to happen, and
yeah,
offers come in, and you're just trying to
yeah.
hustle and in between meetings and whatnot. So I do have people in my corner that are willing to help me and get through, what I need when I
Nice.
need it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, everyone listening over here, if you're reaching out to Sarah, you actually get to work with her. It's not like that one-off meeting and then somebody else takes over. You
Yeah,
actually
no.
get to speak with Sarah, and she's your point of contact to do everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I would love to help and have the opportunity to work with people and get to know me. And, I'm a live, real person that's hustling in Reno.
yeah, perfect. So, tell us more about the market. Like, what are some of the industries or jobs, or like, is it more of there is obviously like kind of there's a lot of people that have like a second home, a luxury home, a vacation home, and there is a lot of people with a lot of jobs. So, what are some of the areas of interest or industries and segments of
Sure.
the market?
We have a lot of industrial building kind of
Hmm,
east of us.
hmm,
It's called USA Parkway, and it's in between Sparks, Nevada. So
hmm,
Reno Sparks is like same.
yeah,
But like east, it's about 15 minutes east of Sparks and 15 minutes away from
hmm,
Fernley, Nevada, which is a little rural town east of
hmm,
of Reno Sparks. And so we have a lot of those industrial people. We have Tesla out there,
yeah.
Tesla, Panasonic, Switch, Google. there's a Walmart distribution out there, there's
Mm-hmm.
Amazon distribution out there. And so there's a lot of people that commute between, like, if they're working in USA Parkway in that industrial area at all, they typically, we're seeing a move into like between Sparks and Fernley.
Mm-hmm.
Fernley is about $100,000 cheap or less
Mm-hmm.
expensive. I'm not going to say cheaper,
Yeah.
less expensive than in like Reno Sparks. So
Yeah.
it is definitely a more affordable. It is growing. It's smaller than Reno Sparks, but it's it's a cute little town. And so people in Fernley again have about a 15-minute commute into the USA Parkway, or it's a 30-minute cruise into Reno Sparks.
Yeah, that's great. So, as we are coming closer to the end of this episode, are there like other things that you would like to share with the audience?
Yeah, I would love the opportunity to, show you around as a Reno native. Like I said, I definitely know this town like the back of my hand, and I would love the opportunity to work with anybody that is looking to move into Nevada. Nevada has so many benefits. For living here, and we don't have state tax, which is lovely. We do have tax but not state
Yeah.
tax, so that's a benefit. And we have a lot of growth. We are a growing city. We're not as big as Las Vegas, but we still have a lot of fun and great things going on all around our town, all over the weekends. We have a lot of pride here. We are, Nevada proud here.
Yeah, and I love the state. I'm always like whenever I want to like have and kind of I always say like whenever I'm working I might be somewhere, but whenever I want to have fun I'm in Nevada. So it's a
Yeah.
perfect place. There's just so much to do. I like nature, so there's so many places to go outdoors, and it's kind of right in the middle of everything else as well, right? Like all the other things that are going on. So I love being there.
And Lake Tahoe is, a hop, skip, and a jump away. So
Yeah,
Lake Tahoe is a major destination. And sometimes we take that for granted just because it's so close. But I mean, we
yeah.
go to Tahoe all the time, and it's beautiful up there, whether it be winter or summer. And we're so close to it. So it's, we welcome people to come here and check out what Nevada has to offer. We have such amazing outdoors, the high Sierras, and lots of things to do here, as you said.
Yeah, and I think I've been through Lake Tahoe like so many times, but every time I want to actually go into the water, I have to go through Nevada. Everything on the western side of there are some beaches on the west side, but I think if I want to do any water activity or something with the lake, then
Yeah.
it's mostly through Nevada.
Yes, absolutely. We love getting to show off what we have to offer here in Nevada. And again, I would love the opportunity to help anybody or answer any questions that anybody may have for our Reno, our Northern Nevada market, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's as we conclude this episode, what's the best way people can reach you?
My best way to reach me is my cell phone, which is 775-544-5412. And I have my email even is Sarah, SARAH, at mysbteam.com.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a very easy to remember. So I'll include it in the description below, so you can just click it and reach out to Sarah. So thanks Sarah for taking time on a busy Saturday morning. I can only imagine just how crazy it might be getting with the weekend coming up. Thanks for taking time on a weekend to speak with us and enlighten us and introduce us to the new markets.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully, we'll stay in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Main Street Minds. Want to share your journey with our audience? Head over to mainstreetmindspodcast.com/guest to apply.